You're at a food bank, you're lining up, and you're tired.
It's food drive day. I'm in the line right now. I'm a little early because if you don't come early, you are here for way longer than necessary.
You get handed a box. You open it up because you're going to feed your family with whatever's inside, but you didn't choose what's inside. And maybe that rutabaga at the bottom, you don't even know what that tastes like, never mind how to prepare one in a meal.
We also got some rockfish fillets, which I've never worked with these before, but I'm gonna learn, I'm gonna figure something out, I always do.
So that's one type of food bank, but here's another. Conceptually, it's as close to a supermarket as you'll get. Everything's on display. It's open 5 days a week, except here, the food is free. You come in, you fill your cart, you leave. You come back in 2 weeks, and you do it again. You make the choices, you never leave empty-handed, you never pay a cent. When I read about this novel approach to food banking, I immediately had questions, like, can anybody just show up and take anything? How does the food bank afford this? And does this business model even work? Conventional food banks all suffer from the same problem: money. Money is why they never have enough space. It's why they're always desperate for volunteers. It's why they focus on efficiency. They get food in bulk, they get it out the door.
Food banks typically are volunteer run. And in many, many places, especially now, we're getting reports that the demand for assistance far outstrips supply. I mean, they're just working flat out to provide people with whatever they've got.
Predetermining what everybody's going to get gives food banks total control. But there are some problems with that. One, I might already feel helpless having to rely on a food bank in the first place. Don't tell me what to eat on top of it.
They gave me 4 of these, which all expired 2.5 months ago.
And a second problem stems from this. If I receive something I don't want, I might not use it.
Sometimes in our efforts to make sure we're giving them great product and well-rounded product, we're giving folks stuff that they just don't want to use.
And when it comes to waste, if I run a food bank, let's say, how would I even know what's being used and what's being thrown out? Like, my clients might tell me, I don't like rutabagas. Andrew, why do you guys always give so many rutabagas? But beyond that, it's not like I'm watching people at home to see what gets used and what gets wasted. Plus, I'm busy. I can barely find enough volunteers on a regular basis to keep my doors open because the volunteer work itself can be pretty tedious. 2 main volunteer jobs are the lifeblood of a hamper model food bank. You're either the box preparer or the box distributor. Both jobs are exactly what they sound like. Person A spends hours manually filling hundreds of identical boxes with the same foods over and over again, while person B handles the client side of things, matching boxes to names on a list and giving them out. Point is, with all the volunteer opportunities out there, these roles aren't always easy to fill.
It's really challenging for the volunteers in those settings to balance the supply and demand at the same time as trying to put some quality control on.
So let's discuss a different way. So those renders of what a different kind of food bank might look like that I showed you at the start, those aren't just concept drawings. It's a real space set to open very soon in Saskatchewan.
We're excited, but we're also a little bit nervous. Like anytime you're trying to do something new and it's a big change, there's lots of planning and lots of coordination goes into it, but we're really excited about the potential impact we can make.
The Regina Food Bank bought the building. It's going to be a national first on this scale, functioning very much like a grocery store.
You can pick ground beef or you can pick chicken. You can pick carrots or you can pick potatoes. You can pick lentils or you can pick oats.
Now, you still need to answer some basic questions about your income, your need, the size of your family, and shopping is by appointment. Then, once you're in, you have an allotment of how many things you're allowed to take. They figure every family leaves with about $200 in goods twice a month. Now, that's not necessarily any more or less than usual, it's just distributed differently. And recreating this grocery store experience is very intentional. It's about giving autonomy giving someone the dignity of being able to choose their own meals. And the financial side of that, nobody's forced to take something they don't want or need.
And that's a real challenge for them because it creates a burden of what are they going to do with it? And also that burden of going like, well, I'm taking up this resource and somebody else can't. So we want to eliminate that and give that empowerment.
And here's the best part. When I put all of those rutabagas on my store shelves and nobody takes them, I can immediately see that I need to stop buying them. I can measure what's popular and what's getting left behind. Clients might be tempted to try new foods that they're actually interested in. They can more easily shop around allergy concerns or dietary needs. And all those volunteers you had working the back room, packing boxes, now they're out front, helping clients with their shopping, helping with meal planning, or just helping.
It seems like something that's quite appealing to folks because it allows them to really donate their time to something that where they can see the impact and have that interaction with the folks we serve.
Sounds great, right? Well, let's stay calm because it's not easy developing a system like this that actually works. Inventory management is much more dynamic. Volunteer demands are different. The basic execution of what a food bank does is very different. And we know this because we spoke with someone who's been operating this model for about 9 years now.
My name's Sarah Watson, and I am the Director of Community Engagement at North York Harvest Food Bank.
I reached out to Sarah because I found this article from 2015 about how North York Harvest Food Bank was increasingly going in favor of a client choice model. Being in control of your food feels great, they wrote.
What was really clear to us was that choice was a key piece of what our participants were looking for.
The challenge was that switching models didn't change how much food was available, so they had to figure out a system that worked for them.
So we have all the food sort of set up in the different sections, and then depending on how many people are in a household, they can choose a certain number of items from that section. So there'll be, a vegetable section, and they'll pick the vegetables that best meet their family's needs. There'll be rice and grains and pasta.
So there are these built-in limits on how people can shop. The trick was being able to give clients meaningful choices. Sarah was really sensible when she spoke to us. She told us about how much harder it's been to stock shelves at all, never mind maintaining a rich selection for clients to choose from. And a big limitation for food banks who want to consider the choice model is space.
So the programs that we run directly, we're able to have shelving and dedicated space and storage, cold and shelf storage. But some of our programs that we partner with, they don't have permanent space.
But at the end of the day, she said, look, the amount of choice you give can fit into whatever space you've got. And ultimately, this is about meeting the needs of people. Still, I wanted to know if this model was actually changing outcomes, because the numbers seem to keep spiraling out of control regardless of what system food banks use. Like every year, Food Banks Canada compiles this report looking at food bank usage across the country. When they looked at just the month of March last year, they registered nearly 2 million visits. That was a 32% increase from the year before. Blame the pandemic, blame inflation. The point is, when you look at a choice model food bank, how do you isolate the variables enough to know if the choice model is the best model? The closest thing I could find to that was an 18-month study published a few years ago where they looked at 11 food banks in Ottawa, 4 of which used the choice model. They interviewed hundreds of clients at those food banks over the course of those 18 months, asking them a series of questions to gauge how food insecure they felt. The results, a small decrease in feelings of food insecurity, about 0.5 lower. Less insecure on a 10-point scale on average. That's something.
Food banks across Canada are all striving to increase the level of choice they provide the folks they serve. We just feel like this is a big step forward. To the best of our knowledge, this is going to be the largest in Canada day one, and we only hope to ramp up from there.
So, is the choice model the future of food banking? Well, one thing we haven't talked about is whether this is the most efficient way to get people the food they need. With the old system, you just gave people a box and they go. Now, they're scheduling appointments, you're giving people time to shop. Will food banks be able to keep up with the high demand?
I cycled by a food bank in my neighborhood on Saturday. The lineup was maybe 3 blocks long. And in those circumstances, nobody can afford to bring people in one at a time and walk them around the room and say, choose 3 things from over there, or what would you like over here?
To do this on a large scale, as I mentioned, you also need a lot of space. The Regina Food Bank secured millions of dollars in donations to pay for their new operation. But the reward for giving clients more choice, according to those who've made the switch, incalculable. The Regina Food Bank is set to open its choice-driven community hub sometime this summer.